This is Christy Kelly with News News. I am here today with Brenda and George Griffin, this week's Unsung Heroes. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. As I was telling you earlier, both of you were recommended by City Council member Felicia Solomon. She was very, very quick to deliver your names when I asked her if she knew people who contributed to their community but weren't, their names aren't plastered everywhere. So I was excited to get your names because I hadn't met you. I've not met either one of you. So that was, I love meeting new people.
Thank you.
So what I'd like to ask both of you, if you don't mind, is give me just a little bit of your biography. Let me get to know you.
Okay, we've lived in Jones County all of our lives. That was our compromise when we were dating. We wanted somewhere that was still Kinston for me, but still Jones County for him.
Yeah.
So what is it about Jones County for you?
I just where I was born at. Jones County born, Jones County bred, and when I die, I'll be Jones County dead.
But I've been a teacher. This is my 32nd year teaching. And so I taught 14 years at Bethel Christian Academy. And then I taught 8 years at Southeast Elementary.
Okay.
And now this is my 10th year at Pink Hill Elementary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you think Felicia Solomon recommended you guys?
Couldn't think of nobody else.
When I was a teacher at Southeast, I had the privilege of working with her as my principal. And my principal before her was Donna Grady.
Okay.
And I started doing what I called mystery trips because I wanted to give my students some of the same opportunities that my daughters had had growing up. And because when I started doing writing and I would say, well, what about your favorite restaurant? So many of my students hadn't been to a restaurant. And just some of the basic, what about when you went to the ocean? Well, Miss Griffin, I've not been to the ocean. And that just really tugged at my heart. And so I began on the weekends doing what I called mystery trips. And it was a mystery trip because they didn't always know where they were going to go. And they didn't always know how they were going to qualify.
Okay.
Because I did it different ways and I rotated around. It might be my star AR students this month. 1 month I chose who had done their homework every day for that month.
That would have never been me.
And sometimes it was based on improvement. I mean, so I had to be creative because my goal was that everybody was going to get to go.
That's really cool.
And so through the year, I rotated around. My first year, I asked friends and family and church members to sponsor a child.
Right.
And but then I didn't want to be that person. Oh, here comes Brenda again. She's going to be asking for money for one of her students to go on a trip again. I just didn't want to be that person. And so Miss Grady brought me a grant application. And she said, Brenda, this is what you need to do. You need to get involved in grant writing so that you can give your students some of the experience you want them to have, but get money to cover it.
Right.
And I thought, this is wonderful. And so my first grant was for like $250. But that was what led me to grant writing.
Okay.
Because of wanting to give my children experiences. And I also wanted to have things in my classroom, manipulatives and different experiences that I didn't have available to them that I couldn't afford even as much as the Griffin Fund contributed. There were times that it kind of ran out. And so that helped to be able to fund things, experiences that I wanted to do for them.
What would you like the community to know about you?
I'm just a teacher with a big heart. I love my students. I'm blessed to have a job that I enjoy.
That does make a difference in life. Me too. This is Christy Kelly, and we had Brenda and George Griffin on today, and we are so grateful that they're here. Thank you so much for everything you do for the community.
Thank you. Thank you for having us today.
Absolutely.